This meeting is being recorded.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Mariana. Hi to Coventry ladies. Hello, everybody here.
And Peter.
Sorry?
And Peter, he's back. He's here.
Hi, Peter. Of course, the honorary man. There's some more. There's some men here, Peter. Don't worry. There's some men here. You're not alone. So, hi, everybody. We're just recording now. So here we are. So Jane's here with her team. So I'm going to keep moving this camera around as I've done before, and I'm going to try not to drop my laptop on the floor. And we're here today. We're going to I'm going to turn this around so that people can see me who are here, and you can see me. I'm just going to sort the camera out. Told you I've done it again. I've got all my messy things in the camera again. So what we're doing today is we are making I'm here in the kitchen. I'll show you the kitchen. I'm going to turn that round in a minute when we're working on the hob. Actually, I might actually stand there. I think that's going to be better. Okay, and if everyone else can see me as well. Got to adjust things. I want one of those things that they're advertising where it says it follows you around, the camera follows you around. Right, so today we are going to make a hidden vegetable versatile sauce. So can everybody hear me over there? Because I'm kind of trying to do two things at once, which is be on this camera and be with you as well. So that's what we're making today. And so my name's Lorraine. I'm from Cooking Good. That's why this apron says Cooking Good on it. And we're here today because Stonewater have asked us to do some cooking workshops, and this is called a safari cooking series because we're literally, or I am literally going around all the different settings in Stonewater that are within an hour and a half. I think Amersham might take me a bit longer, I'm not quite sure, but it's a bit of a way, that one. And we're going to go around all the settings and do a different dish each time. So we went to Coventry last week with the Coventry ladies and gents, with Pete. And we made a tuna pasta bake, which I can give you a recipe for. And this week, we're going to do the hidden veg sauce because the ladies said they didn't like tuna, but when they tried it, they quite liked the tuna pasta pesto bake. That was the recipe. Sorry about any background noise here. It's not easy when we're in these open plan settings. So I'm going to try and do my best Delia on my Jell-O or whatever it is to show you how to make this. But basically, we just do the cooking together. So that's how we do it. And we talk about other things to do with nutrition, because I'm a nutritionist, and how to cook on a budget, and what your challenges are with cooking. So I'll be doing a little bit of chopping and everything here, but actually probably be turning the camera around and working with you at the tables. So thank you very much. So the hidden vegetable sauce, you've got the recipe on your table, and I hope maybe in your setting you've got that recipe that we left you. Mariana's probably got that somewhere. So you can see what that is. And basically you can put any veg into this sauce, and it's called a hidden vegetable because we're hiding vegetables in it. And it's called a versatile sauce because we can use it for loads and loads and loads of different things. And the ladies in Coventry thought that would be a good idea for us to do that. So what we need to do, everyone who's on the tables, is just really start chopping and grating. Mainly we want to grate things. The mushrooms won't grate very well, but I would chop the celery really finely, and just everything into really small pieces. So grate the courgette, grate the carrot. Those are the two things I would grate, and everything else I'd probably just chop very, very, very finely. So I've got an onion here. That's the olive oil in a minute. And we're going to basically just get all the veg ready, and then we're going to stick it in a pan. I've already got a pan of boiling water ready in case anybody wants some pasta, because we've got pasta again. But we're actually going to try to make this into egg shakshuka. So you know the poster for the program, it has an image of some eggs on it in a tomato sauce. That is the egg shakshuka. Oh, yeah. See how easy it is, because all you do is make the versatile sauce and you add. So we're going to chop up our veg. So how are you doing over there? Is everybody okay? Anybody got a question? Then pop it over here and I'll give it a wash, or I'll come and get it. Yeah, I did wash some things, but I'm not sure if some things didn't make it. Yeah, so you want your vegetables to be reasonably clean, obviously, when you're chopping them and putting them into our dishes. I'm going to cut this onion really small. Is it Roger? Tom, would you mind bringing me one of those plastic bowls? Thank you. The green bowl on your table, thank you. The green bowl on your table is for any food waste. Really? You could use any veg, you know, when you've got like vegetables hidden in the back of in your fridge, you know, they're just lurking there in the back of your fridge, and you think, what am I going to do with those vegetables? Well, this is one of the things you can do. And I put the ingredients on the table, so I'll have to walk you around to show you. Literally chopping all our vegetables really finely like that. Okay, and they're going to go in a bowl. If you use seasonal vegetables, they're actually often cheaper. So I'm gonna ask somebody to grate that courgette because we want it to be really, really fine. You could use aubergine. You could even use beetroot in this if you wanted to use beetroot. And beetroot's in season at the moment. Mushrooms. There's always somebody trying to get in on I'm joking. I'm joking. We're in a working kitchen here. There's always things happening. Nathan's very kindly cleaned everything for us. So, really fun. Anybody got any questions? No. No? Has anyone made a sauce like this before? No? That's a new one for Tom. We probably all have our own things that we do, that we cook a lot, and I think that's what the group last week said. It's nice to just sometimes try something a bit different. And the other thing about this kind of food is we're eating.
Again, you're the luckiest fella.
You heard me talk about.
Yeah, I couldn't get in.
Want to do that? Has anyone got any ideas about how we might?
I couldn't get in.
Because it's healthy, James saying. Absolutely. Sometimes know about protein and carbohydrates.
What's she cooking?
You know, we talk about those.
Water things.
But we don't always know about.
No. Well, what you got to do with it?
It's 7 they're coming over the next 12 months.
You might want to put your sound on mute over there.
I've just seen Mariana.
Put yourself on mute because it's a lot of background
They're
noise.
all scared,
Yeah,
so the landlord's got to be notified.
I did read
They
that.
lead down and they've got somebody else that's talking to them. No, they're not
We've
coming, just
got
watching.
lead pipe.
We'll just talk to them.
As a quite honest, I don't know where the water cock is.
What didn't you want to do?
And she read that. The cupboard and somewhere in the corner. Somewhere in the
You want to put yourself on mute because you've got background noise there and it's going to be picked up by the recording. Can you put yourself on mute?
Put yourself on mute. Everybody put on mute.
Hello? Can you put yourself on mute there?
No, you can't.
Anybody?
Well, you know what it is, because you shut up.
Linda's birthday. She's getting hidden veg, so we should have done desserts today, shouldn't we? So I'm going to give this courgette to someone else to do some grating with. So,
You wanted to mute. All right,
Because they
Frank.
can hear
Come on,
this
watch
nonsense
this,
music.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yes. Do it to a bowl. And you put it into that big bowl there. We will bring it straight in there. Take the eggs off. Watch your fingers with the graters, people, because they can be a bit loose. I'm going to turn you around so you can see everybody doing what they're doing over here. So, thank you. I think you've got on mute now, haven't you? Brilliant. Okay, great. So, everyone's chopping away over here. How's it going? Still got 10, still got 8 things to do now. Brilliant. What's great is the one thing we have actually done with. Everything else we seem to do. Still watching. Yeah, celery is. It's a bowl. Yeah. And then you've got the vegetable. We find that lots of ways. I can't see it. So what Lorraine was saying, this sauce, I'm just going to show you all the chopping that everybody's done there. So there's lots and lots of different veg. And the other thing I'm going to do is cut in line sauce. This is the sort of thing you can make a big batch of and freeze some. So we're gonna take the camera around and just go to the kitchen again. So what I'm going to do is they're getting on so quickly with the chopping the vegetables, and I've only managed to chop 2 because I'm so busy talking. No change there. I've got some peppers as well. I'm going to show you one. So we've got, I mean, peppers wasn't in the recipe, but peppers were cheap. So I bought those. You need tin of tomatoes or tin of passata, which is the liquid. I'm going to show you these ingredients. So you need this is your base of your sauce. This is passata. It sometimes comes in a carton, and this is a liquid tomato. It looks like tomato sauce, tomato ketchup, but it's really very good because it doesn't have any added sugar in it. So this is why we're using these ones rather than those ready sauces. Okay. And then you've got a tin of tomatoes, and we're using a mixture of the 2, so making a big batch. But you can use one or the other of these. So I've got a little bit of olive oil. Don't know if the group remember from last week. On the group this time, we cook with olive oil because it's better for us. They're not listening. They're not listening. They're just chopping. It's all right. I'm joking. I know, and it looks like I'm talking to everyone on the Zoom, doesn't it? And I am, but I'm also saying that we cook with olive oil because it's a little bit healthier. In fact, it's a lot healthier than other vegetable oils. So although it can be more expensive, if you can get olive oil, it's quite cheap in Aldi. This is actually an Aldi olive oil, but obviously other brands are available. Then I would use olive oil because our bodies can process olive oil better than they can other fats. So I've got some peppers as well. I'm going to put those in. So I'm getting the pan hot. I'm going to get the pan hot. They're over there behind me, and I'm going to chop some peppers. Got quite a nifty way of chopping peppers, which is to do it like that. Get some bits in the middle, but not too much. And you just use as much of it as you can. Even the little pips are okay to eat. In a pepper, yeah. So I'm going to chop this really small. Hello. Hello. Have you come to do some cooking? Hello, Wiley. Lorraine, have you got any more knives? Yes, I have one spare knife. Sure. Oh, it's okay. Right, okie dokie. So, Eileen, we're just making a hidden veg sauce. So we're just chopping all the veg up. We're going to sling it all in a pan and get it cooking. Now you can use a frying pan or you can use an ordinary pan as well. So I'm actually going to use both because we've got so many different vegetables and we're making almost 4 lots of the recipe here because there are 8 people here and they want to try the shakshuka. And you're going to wash your hands. Oh, there's some sanitizer somewhere. It was on the end of the table. I don't know where it is now. So I'm going to chop this. You can grate a pepper. It's not so easy to grate a pepper, but I'm going to chop this pepper and I'm going to use a pan and a frying pan. So I didn't know I've got this lovely hob here today. So I'm really pleased I've got a big 4-ring hob. But hopefully it cooks a bit quicker than we were waiting for our pasta to boil last week, weren't we? I've just boiled an enormous pan of water and it took half the time. Did anyone try the pesto again? Did anyone try it? No? Pesto is really, pesto on chicken skewers, that's nice. So nice summer dish. Pesto mixed with olive oil and lemon and garlic. And then marinate chicken in that and then put it on a skewer. That's yummy. Right, so we've got a few chopped vegetables here. That's a pepper. Okay. So again, all the colours of the rainbow. And red's good for our brains. Help prevent Alzheimer's. I've got some tomato puree. That's the other thing that's going in here. Should have the recipe there. That's getting hot. I'm going to do another pan. We're never going to get all this veg into one pan. And coleslaw's a great thing. Coleslaw's a great thing this time of year. People are talking about coleslaw. But again, you'll be grating things with them. So, anybody want to start frying some veg up? I'm going to put my veg in because mine are chopped quite chunky. Bit chunky. Has anyone done it? Chopped any garlic? Yeah. Brilliant. So there's some garlic coming. 2 cloves of garlic. It mentions here for one recipe, but we're putting about 8 cloves in because we're cooking a job lot. Jane's giving everybody a brilliant technique for how to crush garlic. I'm going to demonstrate because it's a really good technique. So I've got my clove of garlic here. And I'm going to take the skin off. Now you can use laser garlic. I know people were talking about that last week, but the fresh garlic's going to be better for us. It's got a lot of anti-inflammatory properties, antimicrobial, so it's going to get rid of any viruses we have. And I've got the garlic here on my tray, on my chopping board, and you're going to crush it with the back of your knife. Has anyone done that with the garlic? That's one way to crush it, but you also possibly need to chop it really finely. Or you can grate it. But again, you've got to watch your fingers when you're grating garlic. Easy to lose your fingers. Okay. I can hear the oil sizzling behind me. Is the sound okay? Yeah. Can you hear okay? Yeah, yeah. There's lots of noise. Okay, so we've got our pan here. Cooking. I'm going to add the garlic. Some more garlic coming. And hopefully there's more veg. Has anyone got that to the veg ready? They want to bring it up? Yeah, Tom's coming with it today. Brilliant. Tom's bringing some veg. And I'd say whatever you're just finishing chopping, let's leave it there so we don't put some raw things in with if anybody wants to eat the rest of the carrot, they can. Oh, have you got some rabbits? You've got rabbits. In one of our groups, we do have a lady who has rabbits, and she always takes the veg home. Also brought that with my so I've got to blitz some of the sauce. So when I say blitz, I mean blend. So that's the one for that. Yeah, it'll all go in the pan, and on that table there should be some of the utensils. So we've got a lot of veg here. That's ours. Brilliant. Brilliant. Very that's it. Should be a bag full of them. Thank you. So Tom, just watch this wire, please. Watch the wire.
Yep.
Brilliant. Do you want? Yeah, brilliant. If you've got another one, then you can come and do some stirring if you want to. So you can hear that sizzling. 2 massive pans of this now going. Starting to smell good. You don't even need to put the onion in first with this recipe. The other one that this is really good for is you can turn this into a chili. Well done. Turn this into a chili. Just fry it off a little bit. Just fry it off a little bit. What does it say? Until golden and slightly translucent. So until it's got softer. So Tom is now in charge of the kitchen. That's what we like. We can delegate to the chef. So I like that, because when you get the tall person and the short person, there's only going to be one person whose head is actually on the camera. I'm going to move it up a bit so they can see you. Oh, you stopped stirring. There he is. There he is. Tom in all his glory. Right. Right. So yeah, we're just going to keep stirring that, and then guess what? We're going to add all the rest of our ingredients. So we've got some tinted tomato, the passata, the tomato puree, and I think that's it. Have we got the garlic? Oh, brilliant! Thanks for taking the pictures. Garlic's in. Salt and pepper. Let's put a bit of salt and pepper. Some salt and pepper. Oh, and very important, mixed herbs. So, you know, whilst sometimes we sort of think, oh, can't be bothered, these things add so much extra flavour and also more nutrients, because you're adding another 5 ingredients to your dish. Believe it or not, we need the nutrients that are in all these different foods. And ideally, we'd eat more than 50 different types of food every week, which sounds like a lot, because we get stuck, don't we, in a rut, and I'll just have toast this morning and that kind of thing. But 50 different foods. But if you start putting herbs in your foods, there's about 5 in there. So you start to tot it up then, don't you? So yeah, salt and pepper and herbs. So has anybody got any health conditions that they can't have salt, or can't have any allergies? She asks. No, a bit late. Thank you. So we've got some courgette here, I think. I think it's better to salt.
This one was green.
That one looks a bit green. We might want to mix a bit of this one into that one.
Oh, yeah, no,
Actually, you're right. It doesn't look as colourful, that one, does it? Just,
Must have a little carrot, a big courgette.
yeah,
And then sort of dinner.
do that. Mix and match.
Oh, no, don't do the tiny bit.
Whoa, that's hot.
Yeah.
With a spoon.
See what you think. See what you think. You're in charge now. So, I mean, I haven't yet put the salt, pepper, and herbs in, but I think once we get our sauce in, we will do that. So, are they turning up? Do you think? Are they okay? Are they frying away?
Yeah, can do it.
Question.
Yes.
So say for example, we used to like to buy a lot of vegetables. It's
Yeah.
not
Expensive.
costly, but obviously you can buy one.
Yeah.
Could you still make the sauce up with frozen vegetables? Could we buy
Very
peppers
good
and
point.
onions and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, so James just asked, if you can't hear, whether you can make the sauce up with any frozen veg, and absolutely you can. Especially, and also if you bought things in season or when they're, you know, on a yellow sticker and going out of date, then you can chop those veg and very often freeze them. So I often chop and freeze peppers, bell peppers, celery, lemons, courgette, especially courgette, because you have to buy like a lot of courgettes at once, don't you, like 3 courgettes. So I'll literally slice it long ways and then chop it that way, so it's in sort of little half moon shapes, in a bag, in the freezer. Then when I want to make something with it, you know, I think, oh, I need another colour in this dish and I haven't got that, it's in the freezer. If you have got freezers, I know it's not always easy if you haven't got freezers. And then frozen veg are just as good for you because they're frozen at the point at which they're picked. So you can get bag of mixed veg, or you can get those mixed veg from the supermarket where they're for a stir fry or something like that. And sometimes those are on special offer. Hello, welcome. And then something else he said about the cost of vegetables. Well, if we buy seasonally, it's usually cheaper. You know, some supermarkets are cheaper than others, like Aldi, etc. Look for your yellow stickers. And also, do you have a larder close to you? Community larder? Yeah. So, I mean, the community larders are fantastic. And something like a hidden veg sauce is brilliant for that because you can go and get quite a lot of veg. And you might think, oh, what am I going to do with this? And this is one of the things you can do with it. And also, you won't get bored of this sauce because in a minute, we'll talk about all the different things you can make it into. So it's one of those kind of staple, versatile sort of things, and you can put any veg in. And as I say, if you put, the more veg you put in, the better, really. So let's get on with putting our sauces in those with Tom, who is expertly.
Yeah, you should have a guinea on.
It should have been. You sure? You don't want an egg?
This is just in
So,
one.
just in one, and then put this in one of them as well, maybe not all of them. I mean, we're making absolutely loads of this. You only need one of those tins or half of one of those for the sauce. And then if we could have that other tin of tomatoes. And there's a bit left in there. So what do you ladies do when there's a bit left in the tin? Does anybody do anything? I put a bit of hot water. Yeah, put a bit of water in.
Give it a shake.
Give it a shake. Get the rest of that out. Another tin in that one. So,
It's smelling good
Tom didn't know
already.
he was going to be chief cook today, did you, Tom?
No, I don't
No.
know. It is.
He's a new resident, and we're only trying to scare him off, that's all. So there we go. Do you do much cooking, Tom?
I do, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
very well done. El tomato, that's it.
What's your main things you like to cook?
Bolognese sauce.
Bolognese sauce. So this is very similar to a bolognese sauce, isn't it, really? Is that the recycle?
Special fried rice.
Special fried rice. I think we need him back, don't we? Special fried rice. That sounds great. So I'm going to put some tomato, about 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. I'm going to use that up because it's actually, well, this is 2 double lots, so I'm going to put 4 These are double lots. So a bit of tomato puree there, that gives it extra sweetness. We don't need sugar. Promise you we don't need sugar in this recipe. Some people insist on putting sugar in a recipe. In bolognese sauce, do you know what the Italians put in to make it sweet? Nutmeg, tiny bit of nutmeg in a bolognese sauce. I'm not a chef, I'm a nutritionist, but that's what I understand. And I do have some links with Italian food. So now we need our herbs. So we've got our mixed herbs here. These are from Aldi. God, I can smell them, and they are so strong, but lovely. So we get those in. We've got those extra herbs, quite traditional herbs. I think it's oregano, rosemary, marjoram, basil, dried thyme, and oregano is in there. So that's 4 then. I've read that correctly. So you're adding an extra 4 herbs to your diet. I add in those now. Bit of salt and pepper. Everybody okay with salt? Yeah. More people joining. I'm just going to put good. So that's simmering away. Just turn it down a little bit. They're simmering away. And simmering away. We'll have a little chat.
I'll sit down then.
You're welcome to. Are you welcome to look after the cooking? But that's fantastic. Yeah, we'll have a little chat. I'm going to just leave them to simmer, turn them down a little bit. Wow, it smells good. Does it smell good? Does it smell good? Yes. So I'm going to do a little bit of pasta in case anybody wants pasta. But we are making the shakshuka. We're going to put some eggs in those in a minute. Yeah, shakshuka. So it's like egg and tomato bake. So it's one of the things you can turn this versatile sauce into is the egg and tomato bake, which is, you know, the poster for the event. I'll just get the camera around. I'll show people. Because I think I've not brought that recipe card with me. But if I show you. Oh yeah, we got that one. Yes, and that's the one we're doing. Oh, you've got that. Brilliant. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a sort of eggs and tomato. So that's the shakshuka. So you might actually have that recipe card. I don't know if that's showing the opposite way around, but that's the shakshuka. So egg and tomato bake. So you're basically poaching the eggs in the tomato sauce, which I'll show you in a minute. Hello. Right, so here's everybody. Yeah, we've gathered some more people as we've gone along, so it's great. Thank you. So if anybody wants to see that, yeah. So that's the. Does anybody have any questions? You can have that one. Yeah, I've got extra of those for the hidden veg sauce, and I'll show you how to put the eggs in. It's basically just poach them in the pan with the tomato sauce. I'll show you that in a second when it's cooked in a bit. Does anyone have any questions about what we've done so far, or about cooking? It's simple, isn't it? It's really simple, and we get a lot of interest from it. We went to the Choice to Food Festival, which you probably know down this road, don't you? We went to that for two days recently, and we were going to. We had a chef demonstration. So one of our chefs did the demonstration, and we were thinking, oh, should we go a bit fancy because it's, you know, it's the Toast to Food Festival. We've got to be. And I said, look, let's stick with our, you know, what we do best, which is really simple and cooking on a budget. And basically, people loved it and kept coming to the store and saying, yes, this is very important. We must reduce waste. We must eat up our you know, all the vegetables that we've got, meat seasonally. Oh, and this is, you know, and everybody seems to be thinking the same. So it's not just a generational thing.
Things are going up, people are being more frugal.
Absolutely, and you know, this is. I mean, some of us never throw out vegetables anyway. You know, we're just brought up like that. But it's a little bit like, I think of like how my grandmother, who you know lived through the war.
It's going round again.
Yeah, it's going round again, isn't it? That type of cooking and that type of mentality. I mean, what is it? People throw away up to 20–30% of the 25% of the food that they buy. I mean, we all get caught out now and again, don't we? With something, oh dear, that, you know, that smoked fish has gone off or something, but
We've actually
Yeah.
lost, used to be
yeah,
sniffer and you knew whether it was right or not. That's been lost.
yeah.
They-
Yeah,
they-
they bring that back.
Yeah,
Bring
they're
that coming
taking
back.
off the best before,
Yeah.
no, the sell-by date.
Sell by.
They're leaving the best, they're leaving the best
People,
before.
back before is always, depending on what you have,
But as
you
you
say
say,
or not.
I'm just seeing the old days,
Yeah.
you smelt it, I looked at it, if it weren't right, it didn't eat.
That's right. And that they're trying to bring that back, aren't they? So your veggie now, they don't have a date on it anymore. Yeah, yeah.
Takes a bit of mold out and you've got.
That's it. That's it. Just,
What, the ones that amuse me are the bags of peanuts.
yeah,
And it sells one day, it's probably sort of above the head. And they'll chuck them out.
yeah. Well,
The peanuts last forever.
bit like the larder and a lot of those
Yeah.
other provide, lots of other community services like that that are around food, they will take those things. And the supermarkets sometimes get rid of them a month before
Oh,
because they just can't, they're not confident that they will sell them on the shelves by that point. And then people bring them home and go, oh, that's only got, you know, I mean, actually, you can get things that are over the date from the supermarket accidentally.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, my husband does that a lot on a Saturday, he does the shopping, and he'll come home and I'll be like, that's got today's date on it.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I know,
It's
it's
a
really
nice
nice. You can't get the staff when it's nice to.
We normally rotate what we buy over the week by the date.
Yeah.
So say we buy 5 things to eat through the week,
Yeah.
we normally eat it by its date rather
But
than.
what you actually
fancy.
like about it, something like you've got some hands, a couple of days,
Yeah.
will you eat?
You
Probably
put it in
not.
the
No,
freezer.
I would go for
If
it.
it's not been opened,
Yeah.
and then when I open it, it smells okay and tastes
Yeah.
okay, I would eat the ham a couple of days out of it. If it's been opened and been opened a while,
It's
Gone
curled,
grey.
it's curled up and
Gone
right.
it smells slightly.
It didn't pack up.
Yeah.
But that's what I in the freezer.
Yes,
And when it comes out of the freezer, you eat it straight away.
yeah.
And it works out. It follows you.
We're very good at putting things in the freezer when they're a day
Oh, yeah.
off of their day. So
Yeah,
it doesn't go
yeah.
to waste.
Indeed, I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Just having that.
Does the larder have vegetables in the items?
Well, every time I go, they said the one that I paid what's that thing I paid the larder on Wednesday? I mean, other weeks,
Community larder.
yeah, the one we paid for it was this week. Last week there was onions, mushrooms, tomatoes. I used all the beef to take out of the pot, you know, you can do them, there was there.
Sugar works.
And do the time, so if you get it, if you pay the £3.50, you get this done. Well, you've got to work out if it's worth your while, what they do, you know, say.
It wasn't worth Robert's while because he doesn't cook fresh, whereas if you are cooking, I think
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
quite good value for money.
Yeah, and these ladies saw me showing this plate last week, and then we're going to shut sugar. We're doing okay. But basically, you get these from B&M, and they're £2, and it's basically a guide to, just showing you guys, and ladies, this is what we think of as a healthy eating plate. You get these in B&M, they're £2, and it's just the idea that it's showing us that nearly half the plate, is a bit off centre that line, is vegetables. And there's different coloured vegetables there, just to give you an idea. Quite useful for kids this, but it is a big plate. This is the other thing, it's not too big as a plate portion size. This is the other thing we often eat with our eyes. If we give ourselves a big plate of food, we're going to eat a big plate of food, aren't we? So if we're trying to watch our weight or not put on weight, then we might want a slightly smaller dish than this. But this is about proportions. We're thinking,
Venus gonna have a saucer.
you're doing saucer. The only problem with having a really small plate, which is that you were going to go back for more, yeah. So a 10-inch plate is about, this is slightly bigger than a 10-inch plate, is about optimal.
That's
for an
what I
adult.
did though, in round size.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing is, we do fill our plate with food with our eyes and our noses, don't we? You know, we can see the food.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can hear it, but it's it's frying. But and then we've got an area for protein, which is, you know, it could be nuts and seeds, it could be cheese, it could be eggs, it could be beans. That's some chicken, I think. And then these are carbohydrates over here. So it's our vegetables, our protein, and then carbohydrates. Doesn't mention fats because you've got fats in these other foods. Carbohydrates being rice, potatoes, pasta, sweet potato are very good. If you can, with carbohydrates, go for something that's whole grain if you can, because that's going to give you what? More roughage, more fibre. In more protein in it, absolutely, and it's also closer to its original source. So if you, it's not been stripped of something like the fibre, basically. So if you can go for a whole grain pasta or a whole grain rice, or even half and half, while you're learning to, you know, get used to whole grain, because fibre is one of those things that we need. Do we know how much fibre for an adult you need? Sorry, we're going over old ground for this group last week. Anyone know how much fibre per day we need in our bodies? Yeah, how many? 40. Well, it might be, in some countries it might be 40, it's 32 here. So you were on the right trajectory. And which is actually quite a bit of fibre, really, isn't it? You know, and it's just that the fibre is so important for our gut bacteria, for our tummies, for all the healthy bacteria in our tummy, they need fibre. To thrive on, and then that's good for everything. Good for our immunity, good for our mood, good for our energy, everything. So that's why I'm so interested in food. As I said to the group last week, I got interested in nutrition because I got diagnosed with a rare form of arthritis, and I decided that, you know, maybe I ought to think, or I was exploring, could diet make a difference? And I've been symptom-free for 6 years since I changed my diet. So it is possible. I mean, it doesn't mean to say I don't sometimes get out of bed in the morning and stuff, go, as I'm a certain age, but, you know, I've not got the symptoms that I could have, which are not very nice. I don't take any medication. But, you know, a lot of people just want to help themselves with diet because they might be dealing with acid reflux, or, you know, just upset tummies or anything like that. So that's what nutritionists do. We help people look at the underlying causes of their health conditions, but we do that through cooking because it's fun. So who wants to come and see how to do making a shakshuka? If you can walk. Come up to the kitchen again. They're up to see we haven't burnt anything. No, we haven't burnt anything. Nattered too long.
You've had your turn.
Yeah, are you coming in? Right, we've got some different helpers this time. Right, so I want to show the camera the sauce and show everybody else. Look how that's turned into a really nice sauce. Does that smell nice? Yeah? Right, so what we're doing now is we're going to just pop our eggs into it. Like this. And I'm going to boil some pasta as well, so you've got guys. So the eggs are somewhere here. Can't see it looking. I've got a lot of eggs because there's quite a few people here, and I'm thinking if we had 2 eggs each. Does anybody not want eggs? Anybody totally vegetarian? You can eat this sauce as it is. So I'm going. So can you see this? Literally put them in. The camera in a minute. You could put this on toast. You know, but what kind of bread would you have rather than white bread?
Like a seed bread.
Anybody have whole grain bread? It was they were talking about, come in, what they were talking about, just getting on with it, sorry. Do you want to do one?
No, just in case I break one. Don't spoil anybody's bread.
Might just make a little hole for them. I'm not being very tanning on my eggs, but You can just make a little hole for them. It'll all cook because these pans are all hot. You know, so don't worry about it not cooking. I'm going to put all 6 in here, and then we're going to see magically how they cook. Well, ideally you don't get any shell in there, obviously, no shell. So they're looking pretty. I don't want to move it just yet because the eggs might go all over the place. May I just wash my hands? Sorry. Yeah, and the other thing you can do to speed it up is put a lid on it. I'm just going to show it to the camera. Show this to the. Can you see that? Can you see that, guys? I don't want to tip it up too much, otherwise the egg will go everywhere. Yeah, so they're poaching in there. A bit again. And we get the lid. Put the lid on. Easy. That's it.
I mean, that's such a brilliant idea.
So easy. Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing we're going to do is with this sauce, I can blitz one of them, but I'm going to probably use it for the shakshuka. And have it chunky for the shakshuka. It's quite nice. You can make it very smooth with a blender. One of these. And these ones have got a special attachment. It's got one of these, so you can take that off. You can blend it in the pan just with this, or you can put some things in this and put that on there and set it going, and it chops everything in there. That's quite a good chopper. But this is for blending. Less mess, yeah, it is good. I didn't let everybody do that, did I, earlier? But I think it's because we're just getting into grating it. And that's quite handy, but probably we're going to end up using a lot of it for the shakshuka. I might just blend a little bit of it at the end so you can see what that's like. So if you've got people who don't like vegetables, or you want to actually hide the vegetables in there, you can blend it and then you can't see them, just like tomato sauce. For children, even my teenager, he's 19. And I know he's at university now, but even with him, he'll go, "Is that courgette?" So if I blend it, you can't see it. So this is cooking away. What do you think? It's going to take a few minutes. It's starting to go. The pasta water's ready. Does everybody want a bit of pasta? Does somebody want a bit of pasta? Now, I haven't got whole grain pasta here, so I apologise. It's kind of what I had in. But I would encourage people to try whole grain pasta. Yeah, I don't know if you've done it.
I've got some. Grown in the garden.
It's a nice bit.
Yeah. Oh, marvellous, thank you.
A herb garden.
Fantastic. So
Well,
it needs to
Christine, I'm looking after it.
Yeah.
I'm saying is I want to use it.
Yes.
So Christine's for it.
Yeah.
I think Tom's going to use it, but no,
Brilliant.
we've got quite a big area of
Yeah,
different
grow it.
herbs.
Oh, that'd be lovely. I'll have a
And I
look
pop
before we
down,
go.
pop down and get a bit here and there. Chives we've got.
Oh,
Yeah.
chives, yeah. So what do you use your chives in? Just put them on salad.
All the beds I'm doing.
Yeah.
What did I make that today? I need to try something downstairs. How are we doing? I think I was making a fish sauce or something, and I thought, what can I do? I thought, well, maybe some chance in
Fish sauce, yeah, fish and chives. Lovely. There we go. Can you see it cooking away, ladies? You see that cooking? Yeah. Gonna keep it cooking. Got 6 eggs there, and then I've got some containers that I'm just going to go and get. So a bit like you ladies had last week, we're going to get some containers, and then we can. Well, we're going to get some dishes for people to try the egg shakshuka, and then they can have a container with another egg once it's cooked. Brilliant. Yes. Yeah, for people to take some. Might want the bigger ones actually, because if you're going to have some pasta, so these are just to have a little sample, aren't they? So we've got our little containers here. But we don't need any more chopping. We'll probably do the washing up at the end, so you don't just have to watch us washing up. Yeah, I don't think there'll be too much actually. Whoa. You've got some fresh parsley coming. Amazing. Watch the wire, guys. So we're nearly there with our eggs. Wow. Okay, who wants to try some shakshuka? Have you got some forks? Yeah. I'm going to serve this up. Those things follow you around. They're advertising. How many people would like some of this? 4, 8. There's going to be 6 at the moment. 6 eggs. Everybody's going to try it. Yeah, absolutely. So I could do with a scoopy. Do you need a hand? I think. Oh, it's all right. Sandy's in the.
In the pasta, yeah.
Do you know what would be nice in? It's to just sprinkle on the top when
When
yeah.
it's done, sorry,
Fresh from the garden, some parsley from the herb garden. What's her name? Sandy. So Sandy's just got some fresh herbs from the garden. Can anyone time me 6 minutes, please? Because I put the pasta in and totally didn't start the timer. So the pasta's going to 6 minutes, please. Lovely. I'm just going to give that the pasta a little stir. Nobody's got a gluten allergy, have there, anything? Celiac? No.
Did you get some forks, Jane?
You're the vegetarian.
Loads of sauce. Right, I think our shakshuka is.
It's just about the session. You've only got to give it to me.
Isn't it? So, looking good. I'll show the camera again. There we are. Can you see our eggs have actually cooked now? Yeah, it's quite quick. Bringing those up to it, and then I can sort of do this on camera. This is what I do because I'm using the sauce for another. Brilliant. Brilliant.
I'm well impressed.
Thank you.
It's a lovely idea.
Yeah. Sort of just works, doesn't it? And then a bit of more sauce. Brilliant.
How many do we want?
Yeah. There's only going to be 2 more eggs. We might place some more in next time, see how it goes. And the main one. There we are. It's really hot as well.
Just some without an egg.
Without egg.
Well, that's really said we can try them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just we put some more on because we can cook it. Yeah. Does anybody want another? Is there another one?
Let me see. How many do we
That's
need?
it. How many?
Right.
How many do we need?
8, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right. So we're gonna and put some more eggs in. We've got another whole other pan of sauce here. It's going to go into our big pan. Use some of it. And we get some more eggs in there. More shakshuka. I'm going to start my own catering company soon.
You had one, no, thank you. Sure.
And if the sauce gets a bit thick, that's good. It can be used as a pizza base. So if you get a wrap, you know, have you ever eaten wraps, everybody? Anyone know to eat wraps?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to put a little bit of that on there. You could go, take it round. That's going to look lovely. If Jane could take some pictures of the food,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing. Thank you, because I'm trying to do this job. But that'd be amazing. Does it look good? Have you got some? So I'm now going to put another load of eggs in because hungry people who might want to take some home as well. Everybody's filled out their forms, have they?
I haven't got one yet, so I'm waiting on your waiting.
FHB, family hold back. So here we go, sort of round 2.
Poor old Tom.
See how many I can get in this time. Try and get 8 in this time. See how that goes.
You definitely gonna have one.
Obviously, you've got to be quite careful not to get the shell in. Anyone complaining that I've given them shell to eat. Yeah. Do 2 more. I'm actually getting 8 in this time into the one big pan. You can do this in one small pan. It doesn't have to be a frying pan. You can just do 2 eggs. So, anybody know how many grams of protein in an egg?
Sorry?
Any grams of protein in an egg?
I don't know, it's just sort of protein and carb, isn't it?
Yeah, most foods have a mixture of different things in, but they're a very, very good source of protein, and it's about 6 grams of protein per egg.
How many calories are you supposed to have with protein in a day?
So that's a very good question, and I'm glad you asked. So somebody just asked, how many grams of protein are we supposed to have per day? Roughly about, it's put 0.89 grams per kilogram of body weight. But if you think it's roughly 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight, if you're a 60 kilogram person, you might want about 60 grams of protein. And this is where some people's diet is really lacking, because they don't get enough protein. And sometimes when we're older, we just kind of make a simple pasta dish, and pasta does have some protein in it, but not a huge amount. And it doesn't have any eggs or beans or meat or fish or cheese or something like that. It's not necessarily packing the protein. You know, there's protein in broccoli, there's protein in vegetables. So it's not that it's with that vegetables are without protein. Rice has got protein in it.
6 minutes.
6 minutes are up, thank you. Does anyone want to test the pasta? Because I'm gluten free. Somebody come and test it. It doesn't look ready actually. Could we have another 2 minutes on the timer, please? No, it's not ready. The pasta seems to be sticking. One thing you can do with pasta is you can always put a little bit of olive oil in your pasta. I don't like to burn the olive oil. It's not good for us when we burn it.
I usually put a little dash of oil.
Yeah, just a little bit. We have a colander. Is that one? No. We've got 8 eggs in there this time in that pan. So doing quite well. So really, some people who are 60 kilograms, to get to portion that out for the day, you want 20 grams, 20 grams, and 20 grams at your 3 meals. You're going to need at least 3 eggs, aren't you? If you're going to have eggs as your protein. Yeah. But not many people can eat 3 eggs, can they? I can.
No.
I'll need 2.
Yeah.
2.
Yeah. If you have 2 and then maybe, you know, the things with it, but
Yeah.
you know, 3 might be too much if you're, you know, not super active, if you're not working and running about. But you know, it just shows you how much, you know, using an egg as an example with its 6 grams of protein, how many you would need to get a meal with 20 grams of protein in it. Often people talk about things in groups of 10 grams of protein, you know, how to get 10 grams of protein. there's lots of information about how to get 10 grams of protein, like, you know, a small piece of salmon or, you know, half a tin of tuna or whatever it is. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I need to check that. I could bring that to the next session. People want to know, well, what does 10 grams of protein look like?
That's it.
Yeah.
I should talk with everybody, but me personally, my
Yeah.
generation. I know it's good for you as such, or I
Yeah.
think you do,
Yeah.
but it's how much and
Yeah.
getting the balance
Well, it's getting the
right.
balance right, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's 80-20, I would say. I don't not eat sugar, but it's very inflammatory, so I cut it back. And I have sugar maybe just in ice cream or something once a week. You know. 2 minutes has gone. Yeah, Sandy, would you try and pasta for me? Because I don't eat them.
Well, I thought it's gone through, so it should be much.
Yeah, great. So we're gonna. You want us to go?
I'll take it.
Well, it's going to mix in this sauce anyway, isn't it? So if I just rinse that out, it's literally going to mix with the sauce. It's not dirty, it's We're just getting our pasta ready because some people want a little bit of pasta. That shoe pack again. We've done 8 eggs and they're coming on nicely. Can you see through the pan lid? I'm trying to keep the heat in. See through the lid, probably not. That's our shakshuka again, round 2. Yep. We've got 2 pans. Yeah. What do you think of it? What did you think? Yeah, you liked it. Let me turn you around. Let's see. Could you tell people on the Zoom what you thought of the shakshuka? Yeah, something you'd make again? Would you make that again? Yeah, probably. I've got an evaluation form because I know you filled out a form that's about cooking and that type of thing, but we've also got one for the session, and you ladies, I think in Coventry, I think you'll be asked by Mariana to complete that for last time, but I've got that questionnaire, so I'll get that out whilst you all kind of finishing off your food. Okay, so we need to pull that out.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yes. Well, there's some more coming, and either if you want to try it now, I think OJ you did manage to get some in the end. You want an egg?
I had Sandy, so she's still waiting.
Oh, bless you. Really. So if you want to fill out these, you want to fill one out, you know, it's you as well. Any questions? Yeah, this is one up. So just really about the session itself. But yeah, we're not quite finished yet. But just want to get these out.
I'll answer the question.
So it's not, you know, if it's something you need then, I mean, what are you thinking about for next time? Can we just have a little discussion about that? What kind of things? I mean, we can do what this sauce turns into, like a veg chili. But that's really easy. So basically, it's the sauce you've got, the veg chili, the sauce you've got, and add a tin of beans and some chili and a few other spices. But we could sort of run through that. I could bring those spices and those beans and show you. But we could do a different dish as well. And you're going to be in a different setting, aren't you? But if you can watch you guys here, I mean, if you wanted to do the desserts next week, you could.
I can give you the link so you can watch next week, like the steam while I go in.
So have a think. I mean, I've got a load of recipe cards somewhere in that box there. and you can have a little look at those, see if there's anything that jumps out at you. Because within reason, we'll cook anything. You know, there's a bean burger. So why don't we do stuff with, would you be interested in doing things with beans, tinned beans? Interested in doing things with tinned beans next time? Tinned beans. Would you ladies be interested in using tinned beans? Like a bit, would you try a bean burger? Would you be interested if we did bean burgers next time? Can't hear, but is that a no? Beans? No, there's lots of shaking going on with heads of beans, but would you guys want to do beans? So if we do the veg chili, no, some no's. So somebody mentioned fish cakes, so we could do it with salmon. So would people be interested in fish cakes? Yeah, well, there's lots of yeses. Fish cakes, yes. We won't use tuna. We promise, no tuna. Yeah, okay, fish cakes, we've got it for next week. Right, brilliant. We've got our pasta. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pasta so it doesn't stick, and we'll put it in at the end. Really healthy. Right, our shakshuka's ready for our next. Does anybody want to take some? Who still wants a sample? Shakshuka. And it's ready. Sandy, do you want to try one? So that's Sandy. Do you want to take one home or do you want to just eat the second one? Yeah.
Here you are, young lady.
Oh, thank you. Can we have one for Hazel?
That's the other thing that I brought, but we're probably not going to have enough left. That's yours, sorry, but there you go. Yeah, are you going to put a little bit of parsley on that?
Behind you.
Behind you, that'll be parsley.
Is there any more ready?
Yeah.
Please.
Offers getting some pasta.
We want pasta. We want pasta. Lovely, thank you.
Okay. Anybody else want another one or wants to take some home? I think am I okay to try it? And there's some pasta. Sorry, you haven't got the pasta with it. I need to say. Yeah. Right. So who would like some pasta? I'll put it in a separate bowl, but you can mix it together with your sauce. There's loads of it, so please eat it. Right, so we're going to just share out some pasta and then people are going to mix that with their shakshuka. The other thing that goes quite nicely with maybe I'll have to bring the rolls over. Do you mind if the rolls over? I don't want to burn any work surfaces.
I used to make a lot of that.
So what I can do is I can do some bowls of some take-home bowls of pasta. Everybody wants? Does everybody want pasta? Yeah,
Bit.
Some people are coming to get
Oh,
some
no,
pasta.
that's too much pasta.
Don't a little bit less like that.
Yes, that will be fine.
Yeah.
And then,
Bit of sauce on
Bit
it.
of sauce. Do you want a bit of sauce for that?
yes, please.
Another egg with it?
Is it- yes, that
Sorry?
one is- Yes, please.
With an egg as well.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Here's my lunch.
That's it. It's lunch, isn't it?
Thank you.
It is indeed. So we can put a little bit of sauce on those pasta. Maybe a bit dry, aren't they? Just like. If anybody wants.
Would you like some pasta?
Yeah.
Do you want some pasta, Lorraine?
Right. There's, somebody's not here. So if I serve there's some extra pastas here, if anybody wants some of that, a little bit of sauce. Who wants some of that?
No, thank you.
No?
We're not planned.
Hands. But who would like to take
I
some?
think,
Mix that together. And there's 3 more eggs. So does somebody, if you want to take these home, ladies on the call, do you want to finish now? Because we're probably just tidying up. So we're just serving up and tidying up. So I think I might finish the recording and say ta-ta. So do you want to say goodbye to these guys here? I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been nice to see you there. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed it. Bye for now. Yeah, see you next time. See you next time. Hope to come and see you in person as well soon.